Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Joe Stunner Boxing. Let's talk about the Fury and Ngannou, no, not the fight, the undercard. Because as little interest as I have in Fury versus Ngannou, and believe me, I genuinely don't. I mean, I'll take a look at it if it's on YouTube the following day, but I don't know. I'm not. I'm just not interested. However, maybe I will watch it because what I'm definitely going to do is have a look at the undercard for Fury and Ngannou because it's really shaping up to be pretty damn good. And I have to say, I'm astonished. I'm absolutely astonished. Now, yeah, I don't know how much of this is down to Frank Warren, but because the last two Fury boxing undercards, and I don't even consider this Ngannou thing to be a boxing match. It isn't really. I mean, it's under boxing rules, but it's against the guy making his debut, and it's a world heavyweight champion. So I don't know how much of this has got to do with Frank Warren, but if he is responsible for putting this undercard together, if Queensberry are doing this, then to be honest with you, I've got to say I'm extremely impressed because at the moment, as things stand, we have the following. Nearly all heavyweights. We've got Moses Atamu, who's going to be fighting again, who is a very good, I think he's 19 now, is he? Heavyweight prospect. You probably know all about him. You've probably seen him. Very, very impressive potential. Lots of skills, very fast hands, lovely fluid movement. At the very least, you can say that he's way beyond his years in terms. I mean, he's matured way beyond his years. Very, very good. Potentially a very, very good heavyweight and a potential world champion. No problem with making that statement at all. But apart from him against a TBA opponent, we have Martin Bakole versus Carlos Takam. Now, I know what you're going to say. I know what you might say. Carlos Takam is 40 or whatever he is, has seen better days, no argument there. But bear in mind, he's coming off an upset win over Tony Yoka, the Olympic gold medalist. Should have been silver medalist because I thought Joe Joyce won that fight. But anyway, that's another story. But Carlos Takam proved he's got something left when he beat up Yoka over in France. And now he's coming over for Martin Bakole. And Bakole has not been as active as I'd have hoped he would be. Probably he's not been as active as he's wanted to be. But that's a good matchup. Then we've got Joseph Parker against Simon Keane. Parker, you know all about. Is it his second fight back since being knocked out by Joe Joyce? I don't know. But he's in against Simon Keane. Yeah, that's a reasonable matchup. No problem with that one. David Adeleye and Fabio Wardley. Now, you may have seen them have a little tussle at the press conference a few weeks ago. I think it was someone from Adelaye's team actually either knocked or punched Fabio Wardley over. Yeah, I don't know whether he hit him or shoved him. I can't remember. It was all handbags. They're running around. There's a bit of a melee going on, and it's kind of like after hours outside the club, and they're all acting like silly buggers. But clearly, there's some bad blood between Adeleye and Wardley, and this is a fight I'm looking forward to because Adeleye has looked better than he has in the past. I mean, initially I wasn't impressed at all with him. To be honest, I haven't really been that impressed with him. I thought he definitely lost to Sokolowski. But since then he's looked better. I think you can say that was just a bad performance against Kamil Sokolowski, but he definitely lost that fight as far as I'm concerned. And yes, he has looked like there's a bit more going on with him. He's 12-0 now, in terms of, so he's unbeaten. So is Wardley. But this is going to be a good old tear up, I think, and I'm quite surprised that the odds suggest that Fabio Wardley is the favourite. I don't have a problem with him being the favourite, but I can't remember I looked at the odds recently. I think it was 3 or 4 to 1 or something like that for an Adeleye win. I mean, that's worth having a little tipple on because I see Adeleye as giving Wardley a lot of problems. I think there is a question mark over Wardley's chin. In the past, it's been noted that he sort of explodes once he's hit. There's this huge burst of aggression. I mean, you saw it against Nathan Gorman. You saw it against, Molina. And people have said, this guy's got a real nasty streak in him. Well, he probably has, but I'm not convinced that exploding, but just because you're angry, is a good place to be, temperamentally or mentally. And I see Adelaide perhaps frustrating Wardley. And there's no doubt Wardley hits hard. If he hits Adelaide, he's going to be in trouble. But I'd like to see Adelaide put it on Wardley. And I think we might see a bit of that. So I'm looking forward to that fight an awful lot. I think that's really good. Now, as you know, this card will be held in Saudi Arabia. No doubt that's why Fury is over there having his little performance with Ngannou. There's a lot of money. And I mean, I just think it's kind of a shame that this isn't the undercard for a world heavyweight title. I mean, by the way, I nearly missed out. Arslanbek Makhmudov, he's on the card as well. He's undefeated, 17-0. I forgot about him, and he's taking on Agron Smakiki. I can't remember how you pronounce the guy's surname. He's 19-2. I'll call him Agron. But Makhmudov again, an undefeated heavyweight, Russian Canadian, I think he is. So that's another one. This is a really good undercard, and it's something to look forward to. So, I'm probably going to have a look at this. I'm definitely going to have a look at the undercard, and probably what I'll do is, it's like in the old days. If you're of a certain age, you'll remember a TV show called The A-Team that had big ratings. It was an American TV show, sort of action comedy show that had Mr. T in it, who played B.A. Baracus. And why did this show have big ratings? Because, to be honest with you, it wasn't particularly good. It had big ratings because people left it on after the football results. Football results would come on, people would check their pools, and then they'd leave the telly on. So the A-Team, which came on immediately afterwards, was getting big views. Well, to me, that's what I might do with Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury. It's going to come on sort of after the Lord Mayor's show, if you know what I mean. But I am going to watch this undercard, because this undercard has got plenty to admire. I don't know whether they're going to add any more to that, but do they need to? It's just a very, very good evening's boxing. But let me know what you think. Are you going to be buying the Ngannou Fury card on pay-per-view? Maybe if you're a boxing fan, you've looked at this and thought, yeah, I'm having a bit of that. Maybe you're going to buy the pay-per-view. I won't, but, maybe you will. Or maybe you'll do what I do, which is watch it using the infamous other means. I don't know. You tell me. Tell me what you think. Give me your opinions down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the like button as always, and hit every button you can see. Like, down, up, sideways. Do what the hell you want. But yeah, thanks for your time, and we'll speak again soon. And bye bye for now.